Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboy Bebop series has been canceled. Live action adaptation, not the anime, even though the anime ended like years, years ago. But I've got on the internet this morning, and I guess I'm late to this, and I'm fine with that because I wasn't really into the Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation anyways. But I did give it a watch though. I watched about like 5 episodes. It had some hits, had some misses. It wasn't like, oh, it was the best damn thing out there since sliced bread, and it wasn't as bad as most of the Cowboy Bebop fanboys be making it out to be, and it, like I said, it has some hits, has its misses, but like every other anime, every other TV show, anything that's out there, there's gonna be the good, there's gonna be the bad, there's gonna be the beautiful, and there's gonna be the ugly. And like there were some things that had me like, okay, well, it just, like, for instance, when they showed off Ed at the end of the season, that kind of had me like, what? That's how y'all introduce him? But they wanted to do their own way of adapting the famous anime and manga and all that stuff. So that's them, all right. That's just them. I haven't really much not to say on this live adaptation because of the fact that like I just went in not trying to compare it to the anime, because honestly you really can't compare the two, all right. And how I came into it is like this: it's not going to compete with the original, all right? I already knew that this was not going to be the original. I already knew that they going to be taking the liberties with the story, and they're going to be changing up some things, making things look different. But for me, I was like, hey, nothing can top the original. Just flat out. Nothing can top the original. All right. So if they decided to change something, I'm like, hey, the original is always going to be number one in my heart, regardless of what people say, what people think, or how they feel. And like, it's funny, if you just go on the internet, just go on Facebook, go find a Cowboy Bebop community, you will see how ignorant the fan base can truly be. But if you just look past the ignorance, you just think on your own, think with your own mind, and watch it for yourself, and form your own opinion. Despite men in their 30s, late 30s, early 40s, acting like 10-year-olds, you can see that okay, maybe this is not as bad as what they're trying to make it seem. Because we're talking about a bunch of randoms on the internet telling you that, oh, you're not a true fan if you like this, when it really doesn't matter. I mean, like, how I see a true fan goes as, best way to put it, to me, a true fan is this. You know what the original is. You know nothing can replace the original, but there's going to be, shallow imitations of it coming out over the years, but you will always know, hey, this is a live action adaptation or a remake or whatever, but nothing, and I mean nothing, can top the OG original. That's like with all these Halo games coming out, Halo 2, 3, 4, 5, we're on Infinite right now, but nothing, and I mean nothing, can top the original Combat Evolved, because we all play the Combat Evolved version. Well, I want to say everybody, because not everybody likes first-person shooters. But that's what I'm getting at right here. A true fan will understand, like, yeah, this is a shallow imitation of it, and this is just their take on it. But there's nothing, and I mean nothing's going to compare it to the original. Same thing, I can go with Spider-Man, since Spider-Man's coming out next week. We're getting all these Spider-Man movies, but nothing, and I mean nothing, can top the original Spider-Man Tobey Maguire, because that's the OG, that's the original. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when you think like that, you'll enjoy stuff much better, instead of being a gatekeeper who nobody really gives a fuck about. That's how I see a true fan. And a lot of people, they said they enjoyed it, and most of the people that enjoyed it actually did watch the original anime and didn't really put too much into it, like, oh well, it is what it is. I've seen people say that, it's this and it's that, and it's all negative stuff. I'm like, well, why did you go in? They went in trying to compare this to the original, and I'm like, when stuff is when things are being adapted into live action, a lot of the stuff that they trying to take from the comic books or the manga or the anime usually don't go over into the actual live action adaptation because of limitations. Maybe most likely it's limitations, because technology is so advanced nowadays, it really shouldn't have that much limitations. But then again, money is also involved in this. I say Netflix should chill out on the live action adaptations for now at least, and find an anime that actually works with live adaptation. Because I would have thought they would have did something like, Fruit Basket, because there's no action in that. It's like a love story, so that's easily something you can, adapt into live adaptation. But like these action ones, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Bleach, Death Note, One Piece, Cowboy Bebop, those are much harder because they're action oriented. So, and especially Cowboy Bebop, that's like space travel and shit. So I'm like, Netflix, did they really have the money for all that? But other than that, it is what it is. It got canceled. Oh well, I guess. Oh well. I didn't really care if it stayed or not. If it got another season, it got another season. If it did or didn't. So I'm not that type of person who's gonna be all up on the internet crying about, oh, they're trying to look how they did my boy and all that shit. Like, nah, man. I got into arguments with some people here and there about it, but it was over stupid stuff that really honestly shows their immaturity in all of it. But what do you guys think? Do you think it should have got another season? Do you think it should not have got another season? Do you think that you know, we all know the OG is gonna be the best? Okay, I'm with everybody on that one. The OG is always gonna be the best. That is the standard. That's the bar right there. If you want to make another Cowboy Bebop adaptation, maybe a sequel to the series, I don't know. But still though, what do you guys think? But other than that, guys, I love y'all. Hope y'all taking care of yourselves out there. Peace.